Hey guys, what's going on? It is Swiss, and today for this week's Tutorial Thursday, we're going to do something a little bit different. And I do want to thank everyone for helping me get to the 2K sub mark. So we hit 2,000 subs on YouTube. So thank you again, everyone that contributed and subscribed to my channel, and for helping me grow. Without you guys, we wouldn't be here. So thank you guys so much for helping me out. So for the 2K sub special, we chose to make a snake player tier list, and that's exactly what I did. If you guys want to see all that live, you can visit my Twitch channel where I did everything over there. But I do have the picture here. There's just a few things I just want to go over before I actually pull it up, because there are some rules. So the first rule is this was all for fun. So if you guys disagree with me or anything like that, that's perfectly fine. Feel free to comment on what you guys think. But in the long run, I mean, this was for fun, so don't take it too seriously, because people tend to take tier lists seriously, which is why I don't really bother making them anymore. So just keep that in mind. Another thing too is that some of you guys, I asked a couple months ago, I think it was, or last month, to get some ideas on some snake players to add, and some of you guys did have like really good recommendations for snake players. Now some people recommended some snake players that are super inactive, or they don't really have anything on YouTube that I couldn't really go off on. So in that case being said, I wasn't able to really include those players. All right, so these are mainly going to be most known players. And the last thing is that what I chose as far as listing these guys is based on tournament results, and then also snake usage as well, because obviously some snake players don't actually main snake all the way. Some people use other characters like Salem and stuff like that. All right, so anyways, let's get into it. This is it. So I'm gonna zoom in for a little bit for you guys. All right, now there are some troll players here. Let's not talk. We'll get to them soon. All right, so S tier, obviously we have Allies first, because of Pound and Prime Saga and what he's done as far as Snake. Snake is gone, as far as, you know, just using only Snake. Even though he uses a little bit of Mario, you don't really see it that much. But now, the thing about Ally is that he could be here, or he could not be here, or he could be in his own tier spot, you know, his own section, if you will. And I decided to just list him regularly for the time being, and these stats, by the way, are just overall Smash career for Ultimate since December when the game first came out up until now. All right, so we put Ally as first. Now this part was pretty hard. We had MVD and Salem, and the reason why I put MVD first over Salem is because even though Salem and MVD, they kind of go, there were some tournaments where they would tie together, and then there was some tournaments where Salem would win, and then some tournaments where MVD would outplay Salem. I think there was like one or two that he did. Now the biggest thing here though, the reason why I put MVD in front of Salem is because MVD main Snake and Salem doesn't. You know, even though he uses Snake, he still has all those other characters he's pulling out, like the Hero, the Peach, the Shulk, and whoever else is going to use next week, who knows. But that's the reason why we put MVD and Salem right here. Now we also have Shogun, and the reason why we put Shogun here and not above them is because when we looked through Smash GG at his tournament placings throughout his career, there are some tournaments where he only went like 1 and 2, or like 2 and 2, or 3 and 2, or something like that. And there are some tournaments where he doesn't consistently place really high. There's some tournaments he placed really low, like low that you wouldn't even expect. So that's the reason why I put him here. I mean, Congo Saga obviously was an extremely good tournament for him. But outside of that, it looks like he was normally placing in Japan in the 30s and the 60s, you know, sometimes the top 16, stuff like that. So that's why we put him here. And we also put Vinny G here because Vinny G is obviously solo main Snake, but he does really well at the majors that he has gone to, placing 17th usually. Usually around 17th is what he gets He also tends to be one placing under MVD every time he goes. Either that or they'll tie. CEO Dreamland was the first tournament actually that Vinny G outplaced MVD, so that's a big ups to him. So I put him here for now. And now this is Dio, and I put Dio right here because with Dio, he's not too active. Especially when we looked at his stats from Smash GG, he doesn't have that many tournaments. Like Shogun had like, let's just say Shogun had like 100 tournaments, and Dio only had like 20 tournaments that he's gone to. So that's the big thing about Dio. Dio is obviously considered one of the best Snake players in the world by a lot of people, and he's extremely good at getting out disadvantage. Highly recommend watching that if you want to learn how to get out of disadvantage with Snake. Just the only thing with Dio is that, you know, he doesn't really travel much. He doesn't go to many tournaments, but when he does place very, very well. So I will give that to him, and that's why he's up here. Now, next in the A section, we have Scat, and Scat obviously out of these players needs to be at the top because he is PR'd, obviously, right? He is PR'd, and he's done very, very well as far as placings goes, especially like, even though he has Mega Man, like he co-mains Mega Man and Snake, so he co-mains both. It's not like one's a secondary or anything like that. So I think he does extremely well tournament stats wise. So his placings are really good, and that shows for it. We have Pelka here. Now Pelka obviously considered a really, really good Snake too. Again, the thing that hurts him the most is just he doesn't really travel. He does a lot of Wi-Fi tournaments though, and I'm pretty sure he's PGR'd on the online ranking system. But yeah, Pelka is right here. Obviously, really, really strong Snake. He's being light, and a lot of other people too. So, gotta give it to him there. Mr. R, it was kind of hard to put Mr. R in, anywhere. Like I was thinking maybe putting him between these guys, or you know, or above Scat or anything like that, because he's also PGR'd. Obviously, the big thing here is that the tournament, the majors that he was supposed to go to, he ended up not being able to go. He got DQ'd. I'm pretty sure it's more than likely travel issues. That's usually what I see the reason for with him. But you know, no hurt against him. You know what I mean? But that's where we put him. We put him here for now. Obviously, other than that, he's an extremely strong Snake. He has Crom on the side as well. So, you know, he uses Snake and Crom, and I think he uses someone else now, but I don't really remember fully. But yeah, strong Snake nonetheless. Just, it was hard to really put him anywhere else because he was supposed to go to like so many majors in the US, and he just ended up not being able to go. I believe Genesis and Congo Saga were one of them, were some of them. But now after that we have Omar. Omar, the best player in the Dominican Republic as far as Snake goes, and I believe he's ranked number 2 in the Dominican Republic as well. Extremely strong Snake. He's placed pretty well at majors such as Genesis and as well as Congo Saga. So we ended up putting him here. Welfare Pickles. Now, Welfare Pickles could have been higher, but the reason why we put Welfare here is because his best match tournament, in my opinion, was Shine 2019, where he outplaced MVD and ended up getting extremely far. I believe he got, what, 17th or something like that. But he did extremely well, so that pushed him up a lot for me. But after that, he didn't really place super well after that. Like, he was placing pretty low at other events and other majors and stuff like that too. So that's why we put him here. Now we have good old J-Lim here and Waluigi. So, and Avoid, or he goes by Rashad now, I'm pretty sure. Now these three guys are extremely hard. Were extremely hard to order for me. So I ended up putting them right here. But this part I would say is not really ordered because they're all like equally matched in my opinion. J-Lim and Waluigi, obviously in Maryland, VG boot camps tournament they go to, their locals, and they place extremely well. They also been to a couple of majors. Waluigi, I believe, beat Pandarian, I think it was, or was it Wishes? It was one of them, but I'm pretty sure it was Pandarian though. But Jalen, obviously a really strong snake as well, who's placed well at tournaments too. And then with Rashad or Avoid, I put him here because the reason why these guys aren't really higher is because their placings, as far as the majors goes, weren't like super outstanding yet, but they are definitely getting better for sure. You can see it when you look at their stats. The big thing about Rashad or Avoid here is that he just doesn't really travel that much. He's in Texas, so it seems like he only goes to like the Texas tournaments. So it was kind of hard to really place him any higher, but I'm sure, you know, if he did travel, which obviously who knows when that'll happen because of, you know what. Yeah, so we'll see. Okay, now this is where things get a little weird, right? So we have good old Keitaro, top of C tier. Why is he not above Mars? Why do we even have Mars, right? You know, some of you guys might be thinking, why is Mars here? Or why is Anti here? Okay, let me tell you. All right, so Keitaro is here obviously because he uses Snake, as if you guys watch Nairo's content, or if you're a Naifu or whatever, you'll know Keitaro plays Snake, right? But he's also, you know, attended tournaments, majors, and stuff like that with Snake, and he's done pretty well. Not terrible, especially considering he doesn't take the game seriously anymore, as far as like compared to Brawl. So that's why I put him here. Anti. Now I put Anti here because he has picked up Snake now, but it's like a secondary. And not only that, but Anti doesn't even, in my opinion, Anti hasn't been participating as much as he used to. I don't think he's that active. His last tournament was Evo Japan, and then before that was God knows when. I feel like he's just not in the scene as much. I think he's doing more of streaming, which is, you know, not a problem. Shoutouts to Anti. But yeah, so I put him here because of that reason. Now Mars, I didn't put Mars any higher because he hasn't really used Snake only, or at least pulled out Snake a lot in tournaments yet. He did in one of his Wi-Fi tournaments, the Soak Series $20,000 Invitational. He did use solo Snake the whole time. I believe he got to top 8. But after that, like, you don't really see his Snake other than the locals. You know, the one that I did an analysis on previously, that was a local. Just so you guys know, I'm not counting locals as well. This is just strictly off of majors, so I'm not really counting locals. But so that's A, S, A, B, and C tier. All right. But yeah, so in my opinion, he could obviously be higher, and I'm pretty sure his Snake is better than Keitaro's more than likely, but who knows. But yeah, he's just not up there yet because he hasn't really used Snake that much in tournaments. It's obviously all Zero Suit Samus more than most. And then the man, low tier. So we put him here because it's low tier God, you know. He has low tier in his name, so we had to put him low tier. So that's what we did. Low tier God. So yeah, this is the list again, just as a reminder. You know, I wasn't able to use every single Snake player that you guys mentioned. There were some like Rayquaza, Ikoda. I think his name was Ikoda. I know Godfade requested him, and some others as well. It was just hard to really use them because they don't have much data, and especially like majors, going to majors and stuff. So this is just what I did. And low tier God did go to a major, by the way. I believe it was Evo, and he went 0-2, so that's why he's here. So yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the Snake tier list. Again, thank you guys so much for subbing to the channel. Hopefully we can get to 3K pretty soon. I also need to let you guys know that I'm sorry I haven't really been making tutorial Thursdays. I missed 2 weeks, primarily because this, you know, the virus thing has kind of made my life a little bit busier at the moment. As of next week, we should be all good to go. This Saturday as well is the Snake only tournament. So Snake Ditto only tournament for online. If you guys want to sign up for that, It'll be in the description down below. Other than that, you can watch the stream. I'll be streaming the event all day, obviously, since I'm running it. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate it. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye now.
Never duplicate you, never multiply two. Everyone copy and paste, mask all up in on their face. Disney fantasy and PH, they are cool with their complacent. You feel it in you, then you brush it off you. Insignificant, but you got something we want, and your whole life is a taunt, cause you will not just comply. Waking up for your day.